What's the best way to get new clients and new business? Now, this is a question I'm asked often as a real estate coach, and it's a great question. And my answer is, it depends. What kind of business are you trying to attract, and who is your ideal client? And many times, guess what their reply is? Anyone who's buying or selling. Really? Anyone? If this has been your marketing philosophy, you're likely struggling to attract new clients, or you might not be seeing the momentum in your business because you're so spread out. And I'm even guessing that you may be burnt out or don't love your job as much as you could. Because how do you develop a marketing strategy when you aren't sure who you're trying to attract? It's like getting into the car and asking the navigation to give you directions when you don't know the address of where you're going. For many, creating an ideal client avatar can be an intimidating task because when we begin to identify who our ideal client truly is, fear can set in that we're going to exclude people or business that we really need. And I can totally relate to that. But a quote by Meredith Hill says it all. When you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. And Seth Godin said the same thing, but in different words when he said, your business will transform the day you recognize that everyone is not your customer. So figure out who your customer is, what they want so badly that they'll give anything to have it, and then go tell them in their language. That's how you win and attract clients. Now, realizing this can truly change your business and will no doubt separate you from a sea of competition. So if you haven't yet identified your ideal client avatar, let me give you a few questions that you can ask yourself. And I really want to encourage you to stop, think about, and write down each of these. The first question is, who are the people that you've worked with in the past that you really loved working with? Write down their names. The next thing you want to ask yourself is, what type of transactions do you most enjoy working on? Is it first-time home buyers, luxury listings, veterans, first responders, those types of things. Now, take a look at the commonalities that number 1 and number 2 have that you wrote down. What do all the people have in common? Was there a certain type of transaction that you tend to see over and over as you are writing things down? Now, these questions will help you to develop your ideal client avatar, but be sure to dig really deep on these questions. Don't just give surface level, like what price range, what area, what age range were your clients? Was it cash buyers or did they use loans, etc.? Now, something I need you to hear is creating your ideal client avatar doesn't mean you'll never work a transaction outside of that. I realize that your sphere of influence is people of all different kinds and all over the place, and that's totally normal and okay. But part of your daily practice should be growing that sphere of influence or your client base. And any time and marketing dollar you spend should be on growing your sphere with that ideal client avatar. Now, once you've gone through the exercise, you can then begin to develop a plan to attract that client. Then every marketing decision that you make from now on, ask yourself, does what I'm doing attract my ideal client? It's that simple. Okay, influencers, it's time to create your ideal client avatar. Put it in writing and have it in front of you at all times. And if you get stuck or start getting fear of excluding people, remember, broad is broke and niche is rich.